this place in 1860, I believe, something like that. And, you know, this no-tilling is something that's going to, we feel, is going to make the ground last longer. It's not going to erode. And things like this chem fallow here is something that's going to keep the soil built up and keep the erosion down. And it's also ASCS is a very approved practice. And we've been doing it for probably 15 years, not to this extent now, but we've tried a lot of different drills. And we haven't felt that no-tilling is going to compromise. It's going to actually increase the yield, and it can definitely increase the moisture in the soil. And it's got a lot of pluses. It's really heavy residue, and you can see underneath that the moisture, you know, is right to the surface. You know, it'll compact, see. And then now you got to seed into that, and there's not too many drills that'll do that. And the yielder is actually the only one that we've used to go through it. The NP opener is really the only one that'll penetrate and go through this type of residue. You can try with others, but you get a lot of straw tucking and things. So we felt that it's been, you know, it does a good job, and this practice now is real applicable to farming because you can feed right into it without having to work it a lot.
I've lived here for all my life, and we're doing this no-tilling and been doing it for about 10 years. And we use a yielder drill, the Model L, and we use a Challenger 75 to pull the drill with. And our total goal is to raise wheat continuously. So we have been raising wheat now in a rainfall of 8 inches and raising continuous wheat every year. And we're getting better yields every year. We're conserving our moisture. We're raising about a third more wheat for the amount of moisture that we get. Many people think that when they get a drill, all they got to do is seed, but without the assistance from the people that work for yielder, it's impossible to get a good job.
With our government programs mandating we farm in a conservation manner, and there's far more people out there who are not farmers, and they are demanding that we take care of the soil, that we do not pollute the waters, which is reasonable, really. And if there is a method and a way that we can save the soil, that we can reduce erosion, and that we can still grow an economical, viable crop and make a living, why not use that method? And I strongly believe you can do that, and if anything, even be economically ahead. We have not lost yield with a no-till drill. The yielder has been the pioneer in no-till drill, and covering all spectrums of soil types and weather conditions and whatnot. And they're pioneering this whole game. They're pioneering this compaction together with Caterpillar, and I think they're doing a terrific job. Soil compaction costs you yield. You compact, especially certain soil types. There are some certain soil types like clay soil. If you work them too hard, it'll turn into rock. It gets hard and nothing grows in it. So you've got to come back with horrible horsepower, till it, break it up again, and with a low compaction that the yielder, the Caterpillar track group gives us now with the Challenger tractor and the track group on the drill, it's just a tremendous combination.
There is a very definite trend in agriculture today to reducing the amount of tillage that's done on the ground from several standpoints. One is that it's very expensive for the farmers to have to run tillage equipment over the fields, make all of those passes, and they're very concerned about the expense that they put into their equipment, and then the amount of passes and the fuel consumed and so forth. But more importantly, I think the trend towards conservation compliance and the need to comply with federally mandated laws are such that farmers aren't going to be able to do what they used to do in the past. They're going to be forced to be better stewards of the ground and the soil to minimize and eliminate erosion. And I think the trend towards no-till seeding is here to stay. There may be some situations where will be some limited tillage done with no-till seeding, but the trend is very definite. You can see it's happening everywhere. People are trying to figure out how to work more and more no-till and minimum till into their operation. And so what is proving itself out here in the Northwest is going to gradually catch on and spread throughout the entire Midwest to go to less tillage. And as I said a little bit ago, I don't think there's anybody that has a drill with the kind of durability and reliability built into it that Yielder has been able to offer. So the marriage between Yielder and Caterpillar can be an exciting one from the standpoint of having a system of the planter and the tractor working in harmony with each other. And I think that's what it's really going to be about in the future, the ability to tackle the problem of reducing compaction, eliminating tillage wherever possible, and driving to the lowest possible cost in the planting cycle. Farmers tend to be conservative by nature, and that's probably a good thing. They don't jump into something overnight, but by the same token, when they see something that is as beneficial as this system of the Yielder drill and the Challenger tractor, they will understand and buy into the concept, and I think it's going to spread throughout all of North America, and eventually it's going to go beyond the North American borders. We talked some this morning about the possibility of some of the farming practices that are really quite antiquated over in the old East Bloc areas of Europe and Russia. What those people want to do is jump right into the 21st century and bypass what is being done today in North America. And to the extent that they see systems like this, and if it improves their bottom line and their ability to provide the right kind of systems for their needs, they're going to go to this without entering into all of the tillage work that has been the practice, I guess, in North America for so many years. So it's going to catch on, I think, and really be a wave of the future.